My brothers and sisters, you are now watching the Gamer 2323, so just forget about the chores you're supposed to do. Put your feet up, get your Kool-Aid, fried chicken, popcorn, get whatever you may need. And I hope you enjoy the video.
Alright, what's going on, my brothers and my sisters out there, okay? This will be the aftermath of E3. E3 2014 is finally starting to settle down a little bit. All of this stuff has been revealed. All the great games we've seen at E3 has been shown. So we're just going to talk about everything that happened at E3, from Sony to Microsoft to Nintendo to Ubisoft to EA, and who won E3, what were the best games shown, stuff like that. So, of course, we got, your fellow brother, the Gamer 2323, aka Jeremy, aka whatever you want to call me. We got Chris in this sucker.
Yo, what up?
And
my name is 12 Prodigy.
And we got my man Charles in this sucker.
I have no intro.
He has no intro. And we got the man, the myth, the legend, LeBron James, a.k.a. Stephen A. Smith, a.k.a. Bill Cosby, a.k.a. Abel Green.
Hello, guys. How you doing?
So, yeah, let's just hop straight into E3. E3 is over and done with. What did you guys think about it? How was E3 2014?
Good.
You guys like it?
Overall, yeah, it was good. It was definitely good.
Did it live up to your expectations, or were you kind of disappointed a little bit?
Well, far as the Microsoft end of things, I felt like we were kind of misled as a whole.
With Microsoft?
Microsoft said that they were going to have this big announcement or something so unprecedented that was never done before, and I'd never seen that. I felt like it was just a very safe briefing, and they got the job done, and that was it.
Yeah, I see where you're saying. What about you, Chris?
I was happy that we got things to look forward to, I guess, from now until E3 of next year.
Yeah.
We got plenty of games listed from everybody. But like I said, a lot of the companies this year were saying that they were going to do something. It was all a year to kind of say, this is this next gen, the new generation. This is why you really need my console.
Yeah.
And while they did well, everybody showed games. I'll say everybody had maybe one game that was like, buy me.
Right.
Well,
besides that, it was a good E3, especially compared to last year's. And the year before that.
Yeah. Because I don't even think last year's was really about the games per se. It was more about like which company is going to be for the gamers, which was Sony.
Yep.
But what about you, Charlie? What do you think about it?
I was good. I didn't go in with any expectations because I knew if I did, I'd predict a bunch of random crap that I wouldn't get and then be disappointed.
Yeah. Because there's been like the games that people wanted to see, like Last Guardian, which I didn't. I knew that game was not going to be at E3. Last Guardian, I don't know if that game is ever going to come out, but
But we got E3 has it confirmed to still be alive though.
Yeah,
that's the important thing.
I mean, sure, I guess, but they were asking for Fallout 4, which was not there. Kingdom Hearts 3, which I wanted to see, and this came out before E3 started. That Kingdom Hearts 3 or Final Fantasy wasn't going to be there, but that was still a bummer that wasn't there. What else was not there? What other games were people asking for? Crash. People thought that Crash might come back at during Sony's conference. That didn't happen.
That would have been great.
Yeah.
I would say how Rare was supposed to make a big announcement, but that has to do with Microsoft's conference.
Yeah.
Everybody assumed we were going to get a game.
Yeah.
Basically.
All right, so let's talk about Microsoft's conference. After their conference last year, they really couldn't do no worse. So we all knew that they were going to do better at this conference. I mean, I thought Microsoft had a great conference. People were saying that their conference was the worst. I really thought they came solid. They finally showed games. Phil Spencer, this dude, has literally changed the image of Microsoft. Like, this guy has Microsoft, like, their main focus now is games. And before, It used to be apps and entertainment and why must you buy the Kinect and stuff like that. But and when you look at the Xbox One today, it's completely different from how it used to be. Like even a year ago, the Kinect is no longer required. It doesn't even come with the Xbox no more if you choose to.
Right.
The DRM restriction, the DRM restrictions are gone. It has some great games coming to it from Sunset Overdrive, which I think looks amazing, dude. Sunset Overdrive has the potential to be like a system seller. That Halo collection, Lord have mercy. I'm buying an Xbox One for that. They showed off Fade for the Fable Legends Project
Yeah.
Spark. Of course they showed off Call of Duty. That's always at Microsoft's conference. But I mean, yeah, they showed a lot of multi-plats, but
I mean,
yeah.
that's my big thing. When people say, like, with Microsoft, they show Call of Duty. My first thing is, most people that play Call of Duty, when it comes to getting DLC first, they're big into that, and Microsoft has always provided that. It's one of the biggest Xbox sellers out of anything. So why wouldn't they come out and say, we're getting more DLC first. If you want to play Call of Duty, get it on Xbox.
Yeah. I think it's just because, like, I mean, really, it's almost like Microsoft kind of advertises that game like it's exclusive to them. And it's always at their conferences. They're always talking about Call of Duty, Call of Duty. Like people, they want to see new IPs from Microsoft. You still got Quantum Break, which was not at this year's E3. It's going to be at the Tokyo Game Show. No, not the Tokyo Game Show. Gamescom is going to be there. They're actually going to show some gameplay for that. But as far as exclusives, yes, they didn't really have anything to show off really aside from Forza and Sunset Overdrive and the Halo collection. So I can see why people are saying that their conference really wasn't that good because they didn't really come with the exclusives and stuff like that. But again, like you can't do no worse after what they did last year. So
Yeah. But the thing overall with it, I just really, I don't know if it's just myself. I just thought there was going to be more to it, more depth to it.
yeah,
The only thing that really provided substantial depth is actually the unveiling of the Master Chief Collection. Sunset Overdrive does have the potential to be a system seller, but I feel like it's going to be like a niche type of crowd. Xbox, I don't know if you guys felt this way about the presentation, but overall, Xbox had a lot of Dungeons and Dragon type of games, a lot of fantasy type games. They did have the Call of Duty and stuff like that. But overall, the theme I got, it was very for the kid. If you really noticed, like everything was very geared towards the young kids. I don't know if you guys took that away from the presentation.
You think that? I didn't think
It's all
that.
about the younglings.
What do you say?
Yeah, no. Like if you really looked at every game it was a lot of Dungeons and Dragons.
The only kid
fairy tale.
The only kid games that I could say that might be geared towards kids is maybe Sunset, Project Spark, Fable Legends, and that's really it. Honestly, like when I'm
you don't think the game Scalebound? What do you think about Scalebound?
I think until we see some gameplay, it's hard.
Yeah.
Because Platinum, while they've made a lot of games for the Wii U, Platinum's games in terms of quality have always been up to a certain standard, and they've always been good. But I mean, from the looks of it, yes, it seems like a very when you see the trailer, my first question, I don't know if anybody else thought this, was, is this dude wearing Beats by Dre?
It looked like that. It looked like he had some solos on or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I was just like, okay, is this where we're going? And I like the look of it. It looks like an interesting game, but I think it comes down to the actual gameplay.
Yeah.
I can agree. That's fair enough. I
was thinking, maybe it might, if it was along the lines of, say, something like, what would it be called? Something like Devil May Cry, like because also with the trailer, I thought about maybe they have multiplayer since we saw more dragons in or whatever those things are in the trailer, and maybe some customization and a fun multiplayer hack and slash adventure RPG type game, because we don't have very many of those.
Right. That would be a rarity, definitely.
I mean,
But
but
again,
really, it's a new IP for Microsoft, which is most important. Like they need
Yeah.
new
Right.
IPs, so I thought that was great. Even though yes, the trailer we don't really know what the game is going to be about, the gameplay, the storyline, but it's a new IP at the end of the day. They still need to stop focusing on Halo and Gear. I mean, even though I'm buying the Xbox One for Halo, they need to start focusing on new IPs and stuff like that. So I thought it was great that Crackdown came back.
Yeah.
So that's going to come back.
after the abysmal game that was Crackdown 2.
You know
I was
what?
just about to. I was just about to say I wasn't that hyped for Crackdown, but I'm glad because I know people. I know people were a fan of it. I'm not going to take that away from nobody. But I for one just never seen the Crackdown series as being promising. I tried it and I was like, oh boy.
Yeah. And they got Phantom Dust. That's going to be a remaster coming back to Xbox One.
So my question is, anybody here play the original back on Xbox?
Nope.
Nope.
No.
Because literally after the moment I heard Phantom Dust, I literally had to wait till the conference down. I wrote it down and when the conference ended, I was like, okay, let me go look up some gameplay and
Yeah.
read up about this game because apparently people were happy for it. It's a big kind of cult classic of a game.
Yeah.
But
I never heard no.
Yeah. I
but
really.
my thing was when you say we're bringing back a franchise people loved,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
it's not the first thing that came to my mind.
Mine neither.
There are
Not at all.
5 other games that popped in before that.
Right.
Or 100 because I've never heard
That
of
didn't
it.
even make my list.
Yeah.
That didn't even make my list.
Yeah, but let's talk a little bit about Halo. Yes, Halo is coming back, and I'm telling you right now, this is going to be a system seller. Even though it's old, it's the games we've played before, but honestly, I don't think we've ever seen a remaster quite like this one. This remaster includes this remaster. What, Charlie? What was that?
I looked up Phantom Dust. I've never seen that before.
No, but so it's going to include Halo 1 through 4 remastered at 1080p. Do it with me. 60 frames per second. And one thing is to my understanding, is going to have the multiplayer for Halo 1, 2, 3, and 4. I've never seen a remaster do something like this. And it's all going to be on one disc. So
Yeah. Just like you said just now, Jeremy, that's unprecedented. When they said the details and what they're going down to and the scale. Oh my God, that's a lot. I've never seen a remaster go that deep.
Yeah.
Never, not at all.
Because just like the days before the conference, I was talking with Gamer, and we were making that joke, what if they brought all the multiplayer back? And we laughed it off like it was a complete joke. You would never see somebody do that.
These guys actually got on stage and did it.
And I was like, because I just thought about it as somebody, I played Halo 3 and 4 mostly for the Forge mode. And so the idea of being able to play all the maps from the get-go, play your favorite levels from every Halo game. And again, like you said,
they even said they even said they're going to put Forge in Halo 2s. The freak? What else?
There's a lot of people that were naysaying and skeptical about Halo being a system seller. Don't get it twisted. Halo is that game.
Preach, Abel Green.
And this is coming from back when I used to be on the Xbox heavy. You can't ignore it. Halo is a system mover. I don't care what you say. I don't care what shooter you try to compare it with.
It don't even matter if it's an old Halo. It still sells system.
That's what I'm saying. It doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter if it's the old Halo. Halo itself was a masterful game. That game came with the heat every time it hit. And whoa. Nothing you can say.
And with that, it's not even just for the people that know. After I saw the Halo collection, I was like, if they can show me between Halo, the Master Chief collection, and Sunset Overdrive, I was like, I'm gonna get an Xbox One. I'm like, I know I'm gonna move it. But then I was like, I sat there and I was like, even the people that don't like Microsoft and don't like all that had to take notice.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All the haters out there, yeah, nah. They definitely had to take note because like yeah, me, I don't care what console I'm on. I really could care less. But the people that really are like, oh, Xbox ain't got much. Listen, open up your eyes. Halo Master Chief Collection, that's heavy. You can't ignore that. You cannot ignore that. I don't care what you want to say. Remastered though, 1080p, 60 frames per second. No,
Yeah.
you can't ignore it. You can't.
Along with that, as much as Microsoft, I guess, downplayed it, especially I think because of the TV, we're getting introduced to like the new character that's going to be in Halo 5 because we're getting Nightfall included with
Yeah.
the Master Chief Collection.
And
then
the
we're
beta for Halo 5.
The fact that they, like, because what I've seen is people are, just like we were talking about no other big title coming at the end of 2014, people are already like, so the Halo 5 beta. Like, it is the big title that's coming right at the end of the year. And I think they gave dates. Like, it's coming right at the end of December for us.
Don't it come out in November?
Tell me what you guys think. Wait, go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm cutting somebody.
No, I'm saying, doesn't the collection come out in November?
The beta is dropping.
The beta. All right.
It's dropping, like, later in December.
Right.
I think they listed on.
I think the collection's coming out in November. That's safe to say. I definitely agree with that.
All right, so...
but I
wanted to... Go on?
Go ahead, bro.
No.
Go ahead.
Go on.
Oh, no, I wanted to say that, yeah, I don't know if it's just me. Tell me what you guys think. Well, I think myself, like, after seeing what Destiny's bringing, after seeing what's coming with the Master Chief Collection, I think I'm like, really, I don't know if Guardians is going to be like that knockout. You know what I mean? Like just seeing what we're being given already. Like, oh my gosh, here we go. But I'm just saying, I'm skeptical to see like we have some things to look forward to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like looking at Halo Guardians, I'm like, can it be out? What's out now? Like, you know what I mean? I'm just in that wonderland of like, what if? Like, can it deliver?
Yeah, I understand exactly where you're coming from. Because that's the funny thing. They did show a little bit of Halo 5 Guardians, like that little sneak peek, but it was overshadowed completely.
Yes.
By the Master Chief Collection. Nobody, you don't really hear people talking about, but that kind of multiplayer-esque little trailer we got, that might be cool to see. No, it's the Master Chief Collection.
Right.
You're kidding.
Right. Yeah, but you see that though. That was scary to me because a throwback just totally trumped something new. Like, that was crazy to me. Like, it's like nobody even cared about Guardian.
That is the power of Halo 2 and Halo 3. That is how great those games were. Charles, so I'm guessing none of us have an Xbox One, right?
No, like that. No.
After seeing that conference, are you guys buying an Xbox One like I am?
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, I definitely would get one. Yeah.
Charlie, are you buying an Xbox One, my brother?
Yeah, probably for like right after Christmas.
Right.
Yeah, I'm with Charlie on that. Yeah.
I mean, for Sunset, Overdrive, the Halo collection, those really are honestly the only two I care about. But still, I mean, the games are going to come in the future. So I thought Microsoft had a great conference. I think they redeemed themselves after last year. You know, and I just think at this point, people are just like flat out just like hating on Microsoft. It's like they don't want them to do good almost. So
I mean, go ahead.
Go, Charlie.
Apparently, they're using how much people play, like which gameplay of the Halo multiplayers. They're using that to put in the Halo Guardians. So if more people play Halo 2, they'll make it more like Halo 2.
If they do, really?
That is really
really.
Smart.
Where'd you hear it? Wait, time out. Charlie, wait, shut up, Abel Green. Charlie, where did you hear that from?
IGN.
Oh, okay. Well, that's actually smart.
During the interview.
Like if you like, depending on like what multiplayer people are playing, which let's be honest, they're not going to be playing 4.
It's just going to be 2.
It's going to be 2 and 3. they're going to be like, okay, so this is what people want. All right, let's put Halo 5 like this, but still let's put some new stuff in it to make it new. So,
all right, now I want to ask the question. All right, because there's something that comes with you saying we're bringing out Halo 2's multiplayer as it was when the game released. There were a lot of bugs in that game.
Yeah. It was. Halo 2, it didn't get really big until they patched it up. And then when those patches came out and it smoothed out, that's when it took like Halo to the next level. I don't think people remember how bugged that game was when it first came out.
So I'm assuming it's going to be the patched version, but at the same time, does that worry you at all? There's no, I understand that we love they're preserving what we remember of Halo 2.
Yeah.
But does it worry you at all that the people that are good at Halo 2, like the people that know what they're doing at Halo 2 are going to pick it up, and do you think it's going to feel exactly the same, or do you think they're going to tweak it? I don't believe it's going to be exactly the same.
They're going to tweak it because they did show some gameplay for it at their conference, and when you seen it looked like
it was different.
Yeah, it was different. Like it was
definitely different.
It's not going to be what Charlie?
Weren't they like redoing like certain maps though?
Yeah, they're redoing every map.
Now Halo 2, I think they said they were only redoing like 6 or 7 of the Halo 2 maps in the new.
Yeah.
I'm assuming it's going to be like the 6, 7 maps everybody knows.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely going to be tweaked. I hope the gameplay, though, it can't be like Halo 4. It can't. It has to be either 2 or 3, and if it's like that, then I'm sold. I'm sold. But yeah, so I thought Microsoft had a great conference. Let's move on to Sony.
Wait. I gotta say this. The injustice they did my man Conquer.
Look, Conquer, you can't even get your own game.
Microsoft, you got balls. You came out and literally said, look, we're not going to make a Conquer game. Y'all do it.
Yeah. Right.
What? Like, no.
10 years since I've been in the game. Make one for me.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. And it's like people were questioning, like, why isn't Conquer getting his own game? Like, it's kind of sad when you think about it, but Conquer is like one of Xbox's most recognizable exclusives.
Yeah.
So it's like, why would you not make like a game for Conquer? Why would you just throw him in Project Spark and just be like, oh, that's it?
Project Spark is alright. My only problem with Project Spark, I actually was interested in Project Spark. It looked fun, building games, whatever.
Till you played it.
It's nothing. I've never been able to play it because I either have to upgrade to Windows 8.1, which I'm not going to do, or get an Xbox One, which I wasn't going to do prior to this. You chose the 2 worst platforms.
Yeah.
Like, nobody was moving in any way like, I'm going to buy an Xbox One for Project Spark.
Yeah. It's not like that when it comes to Project Spark.
If they just released it for Windows 7, I guarantee you they would have more than... Like, the maps would increase exponentially.
All right.
Yeah, Microsoft had a good conference.
Yeah.
I liked Ori and the Blind Forest. I'm sorry if y'all didn't notice that, but Ori and the Blind Forest really did look nice.
You know what? It was so uneventful for me. I forgot what it... You fill me in again.
Ori and the Blind Forest, it came right after Conquer. It was like the big bear type thing. With the giant vulture coming in. It was an indie game.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you're bringing it back.
The two, and that and Inside from the people that brought us Limbo. Those 2 indie games really did catch my attention.
Yeah, but Inside looked exactly like Limbo, like just with a different skin. But Limbo in itself was a hit, so that's respectable. I'm not really tripping.
Right. So yeah, man, Microsoft had a great conference. Time to move on to Sony. So what did Sony have to show off this year? There was a lot of rumors of what Sony had to show off this year. You know, people, again, they wanted to see Last Guardian. That did not happen. Wanted to see Kingdom Hearts 3. That did not happen. They wanted to see the return of Crash. That did not happen. Okay, but Sony did have some great stuff to show off. Okay, first off, you got a white PlayStation 4 is going to come out in September, which actually looks cool, but I don't really care.
Just sell your PS4 and just buy one.
Right.
But kudos for Sony to actually do like a themed system, even though it's not really themed.
Yeah.
But kudos to them to step outside their boundaries and do something like that. I like that. It's cool.
Yeah, and I think the difference between Microsoft and Sony's conference is Sony, even though it did get boring during some parts, because I ain't gonna lie to you, at some parts I was like, what time is it? But
I mean, that's Sony's fault, though. You
Yeah.
should not be having conference. Like, the part of their conference dragged on. It was like 10:30 at night. At
right.
that point, I'm like, just stop.
I mean, but they was going in depth. They were showing everything from the PlayStation Vita to the PlayStation TV to talking about that TV episode Powers. I was like, who cares?
Right.
But it was like they was talking about everything, and it's like during some points, people was like, I don't care. I just want to see Last Guardian and Uncharted 4. So I think that's why it was kind of
That's right.
dragging on a little bit. But their conference was great because they had like a lot of stuff to show off. Let's talk about the Order 1886. Okay, first off, listen, man. I don't know why some people aren't really hyped for this game. Some people aren't really like giving this game the respect that it deserves. Okay, but the Order 1886, Lord have mercy. This game looks amazing. What did you guys think about that game that we've seen?
If anybody comes up in the chain like questioning greatness like that, nah, man, I don't know what you're smoking. Like I seen that game, you gotta give respect. Like Jeremy just said, respect. Like you gotta give respect where it's due.
Like people,
That game looks off the chain.
Dude.
I don't care who you are. I don't care where you're from. If you don't acknowledge what you are seeing, you are smoking. I don't care about the theatrical thing with the bars or whatever.
That's the thing. People are like complaining about the black bars.
Yeah, like we can get past that. That game looks crazy. Like open up your eyes. What game out there is looking like that? Like really, show me something that's looking like that. So like, kudos to them. And I wish that they didn't have too many cutscenes. I want to see more gameplay, more heavy gameplay. But other than that, I'm rocking with it. That's a purchase. That's not even nothing in question.
Yep. What do you have to say, Chris? Because it looked like you're just dying to say something.
All right, so I will say, like, the game itself, I'm not going to deny it looks impressive. It looks good, and I am interested in the game.
Watch your tongue.
It's more the developer side of it that has me worried. The developer has come out and had some interviews where they come across saying games are better when they present more cinematic-like experiences. Talking about that's why they didn't attempt to go for 60 frames per second, any of that, which I'm not caring too much about frame rate, but at least be straight up with the problem. Like, it's easier for them to say, we don't know enough about the PS4 yet to get it as far as, like, the difference between games that came out at the start of the PlayStation 3's life cycle and the end. There is a graphical difference once you really learn the platform.
Drastically.
But the idea that the developer is almost trying to say, it's not that we couldn't, it's our artistic vision. While I give you credit, your vision should be taken into account. Don't try and cover up things that might not necessarily be true. The game looks good. I'm wondering how much, like Abel brought up, how much is going to be gameplay versus cutscene.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
Because it almost seemed like a seamless transition, but that makes me wonder.
You're right.
Are we going to get Metal Gear Solid 4 length cutscenes and then like 15 minutes of gameplay and then half an hour more cutscenes?
Nah.
Or are we going to get a good amount of gameplay for it to be really more like a game than like a movie experience?
Yeah. But all due respect to you, Prodigy, I'm still gonna buy it just out of curiosity because the game looks that damn good.
Oh yeah.
And that's just a must buy on my list. But like you said, I am weary of what I'm seeing. I definitely am weary of these cutscenes because we've all been there before. We all seen the game. We all played what is that game on Xbox? Well, I didn't play it, but what's the game with the cutscenes?
The game with the cutscenes.
Every game, right? Every game.
What's that sword game?
What's the game with the cutscenes?
Rise of Rome, Rise. You know this game. beautiful game, but a lot of cutscenes.
Nah, that wasn't even the main problem with Rise though. It ain't come with no
What
cutscenes.
did you see, Jack? Go ahead.
I mean, listen, all I'm asking for from the order, because we all know it's not going to have that multiplayer, okay? There's no multiplayer in this game. All I'm asking for from this game is for it to have a good storyline and for the storyline to be like 12 plus hours. Like that's really all I could ask from it. Yes, I mean I get why people you like kind of have their eyebrows raised towards this game, but let's see more. Let's see of what they have to bring to this game and of the future. And I really think when this game comes out, it's going to be one of those games that if you have a PlayStation 4, hey, this is a must-play title right here.
Right.
I mean, I will agree. Even with the reservations I have for the game, it's not a title I'm going to pass up. Like, it looks great.
Yeah.
And it has me excited. And partially because it's a game without a multiplayer. I'm a big story, a big story guy. So
oh, really? Really? Because
yes.
I heard when The Last of Us came out, you went straight to that multiplayer. And nah.
I literally went through that thing. I think I took like 3 days off of work and just finished it all at once.
Oh, word? That's hardcore right there.
Nah, but I love I love well-crafted stories.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
Because of that, I'm like, if you can just give me a great single-player experience, I don't need multiplayer. I don't look for multiplayer. As long as it's good and, like you said, a decent. You're not saying we gave you a great experience. It was movie length. We gave you a 3 hours. No.
Yeah, right.
Right. Like, and I respect what you're saying, Podgy, because this is coming from a multiplayer head. I love multiplayer, but I respect this game so much, and I respect the new look and the new cinematic feel that I'm intrigued enough to be like, yo, you know what? I'm gonna give that a run. Like I'm gonna try to get into this, and I want to see what they have to offer. But like you said, hopefully the length and the cutscenes don't get to me. Hopefully, that's what I'm praying.
Because we've all seen those games that are they've reached that 10, 20-hour mark, but are mostly cutscenes.
Right.
Right.
Charlie, what's your thoughts so far about the order?
I'm not gonna pre-order it. Depending on how a bunch of YouTubers and reviewers say it is,
yeah,
that'll determine whether I buy it. Because I go to people I generally agree with on games, but the game looks great.
Yeah, right. I agree, man. I can't wait for the Order 1886 to come out. Little Big Planet 3 was at this conference. That caught a lot of people by surprise. I honestly was expecting it. Like when they announced it, I wasn't really shocked, but some people were shocked that, oh my gosh, Little Big Planet. I wasn't, because I knew eventually this was going to come to the PlayStation 4. And with all the new features the PlayStation 4 has, from the touchpad to the share button to all this stuff you can do, Little Big Planet 3 is going to probably use every feature that the PlayStation 4 has. So I think when Little Big Planet 3 comes out, that's going to be another game that if you buy a PlayStation 4, you can play Little Big Planet 3. So
and not even just on top of that, they came out and said the maps from the first 2 will be playable.
Right.
And it's like so you already have that content there, and then you're just going to have the new content with the new system being put in.
Yeah.
I don't know how I felt about the people playing that demo. Y'all need to get some better play.
I mean, what, Charlie?
Someone tweeted after the conference that they were experiencing lag or whatever through it.
I mean, I don't know, but I can't wait for that. It comes out in November as well. You got a lot of games coming out this November, bro. Hey, bruh, your wallet is going to be crying.
yeah, really. I already said to myself now, there's only certain titles I'm picking. I can't. There's no way I could get them all. There's no way. There's just no way. There's some I'm just gonna have to just flip a coin and that's it, man. That's it.
I'll get. Yeah, right. Just flip a coin. But then they show off a new IP, Bloodborne. I see a lot of people talking about this. I haven't really went too in. Wait. I really.
Wait, before we get away from the Little Big Planet 3 is also coming to PS3.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Oh.
Oh, wow. Well,
somebody at the studio tweeted that.
Oh, really? So, well, that's That's good. That's good. I mean, the PlayStation 3, it still has like life to it. Why would you not like? Of course, you should still. Is it coming through the PlayStation Vita as well? Because we all know the Vita is thirsty for games.
Oh no, that's actually that would be a good experience.
Why
Like
wouldn't
playing
they?
Vita,
I
believe
think,
you can play
yeah.
1 and 2 content or whatever.
True. I mean, if you're gonna put on PlayStation 3, at least try to put on the Vita. I think it'd be a great title for the Vita.
Yeah.
But yeah, so back to Bloodborne.
Yeah.
I've been seeing a lot of people talking about this. So far all I've seen is the trailer from their conference. I really haven't, seen anything else about it. But I see a lot of people going crazy for Bloodborne. Like, do you guys know stuff about it that I might not know? Because I haven't really looked at it that much.
Jay, I know what you know, brother. I know what you know. All I know is I seen that skinned dog, and
Yeah.
I was like, yo, what the heck? The game looks beautiful, and it piques my interest. That's all I gotta say. Definitely piqued my interest.
Yeah.
Can't say must buy yet, but definitely piqued my interest. Definitely.
What about you, Chris? Because it looks like you know some
All
stuff
right,
that you're
so
about to
this is back from the PS3, From Software. I always have enjoyed their games, from even the Kingsfield games to Demon Souls, Dark Souls, Dark Souls 2. I love the way they craft their world, as well as the gameplay they bring to it. And they seem to be taking some of the elements of Dark Souls, but making it a lot darker and grittier.
Oh yeah.
And they keep talking about blood's going to be everywhere, so
yeah.
It looked it.
And so I think a lot of people are excited. The people who are like me, who like the experience that From Software brings.
Right.
Like, because we generally think, when you hear From Software, you hear Demon Souls, Dark Souls, you think, okay, they're going to make a challenging game. It's not going to be a game that's just going to be, I play it for 5-10 hours, beat it without much effort. Now, like Dark Souls, you have to put in time, because you will die until you learn, and then you slowly progress through the game and get through it. So I'm just looking for that next experience, along with we already got the announcement before E3 of Dark Souls 2 DLC, but I'm looking for this game just because it looks ridiculous. Like, it looks like it will be a darker version of Dark Souls, which kind of scares me a little bit. Now they be going off the rails with Dark Souls and some of the stuff that's there and happened.
Yeah.
But like I was saying, in the trailer, like, the stuff you see is like, oh no, we're not toning this down. This is gonna be rated M.
Mm-hmm.
Hide your little children, hide your wife, sit down,
Wow.
Turn off the lights.
Yo, and listen. Don't quote me on this, but didn't Yoshida say this was one of his favorite games? Now he's a sick freak. Didn't he say that? Didn't he like, this is one of my beloved titles? And once I see the title, I'm like, what the?
Bloodborne.
This dude is sick.
Yeah. So do you guys think that Bloodborne will like turn into a franchise, or will this just be a one game and then just move on from that?
I think it'll be a franchise.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
There seems to be a market for really hard games.
Right.
But I also think that it's From Software is just going to keep making, like, everybody. It's almost like all of From Software's games are almost in a series. It's just like another hard game.
Yeah.
So go ahead and pick. And so even when it's like, this is a different title, this has nothing to do with the Soul series. It's inspired by it though.
Yeah.
So I think it'll be successful, because too many people like Dark Souls and Dark Souls 2 and all those games nowadays for it not to sell really well just because it's From Software.
Yeah. So Bloodborne comes out 2015. That should be interesting when that comes out.
God.
Let's talk a little bit about that Far Cry 4 though. I said that Far Cry 4. Let's talk about Far Cry 4. I don't know if you guys are into this franchise. Honestly, my first Far Cry that I really got into was Far Cry 3, the last one. I loved that game. I thought the gameplay was great. The story, it could have been better. The plot wasn't all that good, but it had one character that literally stole the show, which was Boss. And you know, in this new trailer you see for Far Cry 4, it seems like this new bad guy is even crazier than he was. So I'm
Yeah.
like, this guy looks like crazy, like yo, you don't want to mess with this guy. But then we seen like the gameplay for it, and it just Far Cry has always been one of those fun games, but this game just looks amazing. Far Cry 4 looks amazing. So what did you guys think about the footage we've seen of Far Cry 4 so far?
I'm getting it.
Yeah. I thought it looked sick. Like, what's the main character's name? The guy in the Willy Wonka. What's his name?
That's such a kind of Willy Wonka check. I honestly don't know.
I don't know his name, but man, what spirit, what charisma. Like, this dude just seems like just cutthroat, literally, as we could see in the trailer, or the demo. Like, he just seems so energetic and just such a good, a villain. It's just amazing, and the world looked tremendous. It looked beautiful,
Yes.
and
I
can't get around it. It's just a beautiful game. Can't wait to buy it.
Yeah. The guy that plays the villain, Troy Baker, was also the Joker. So.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Troy Baker is like in every.
Wait. Troy Baker plays that guy?
Yeah.
Booker from Bioshock Infinite.
Joel from the last one.
Wait. Hold on, wait. Troy Baker plays the villain in Far Cry 4?
Yep.
Wow, I did not know that. I did not know that. Yo, this dude has done Booker DeWitt, freaking Joel from the next show. I mean, he's done the Joker and Batman Arkham Origins. Yo, Troy Baker, like when I think of voice actors in games, I think, of course, David Hayter from, Solid Snake. You think him, you think Nathan Drake from Uncharted, and honestly, I put Troy Baker right behind those guys. Like this dude is becoming one of the top voice actors when it comes to games.
Yeah.
It seems like every big title nowadays, he's tied to it in some way. Just his name is just on there. And you're like, really?
You know what? From now on, if Troy Baker is in a game and he's voice acting, that game is Game of the Year material.
Wow.
Factual confirmed. But yeah, Far Cry 4 looks amazing. I can't wait for that game to come out.
And I'm glad that hopefully that the co-op is as drop in, drop out as they showed it, where you can just jump into your friend's world.
Yeah.
It's
You
not
don't
like
have to own the game.
Yeah.
oh my, that idea right there. I honestly can't believe they did that. I think what they're assuming is you jump into your friend's game and you like it enough to go buy it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's a big risk to take because there are plenty of people that be like, oh y'all got Far Cry 4? All right, let me just hop up in there and play with you real quick.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. So then they.
Do you think?
Huh?
I'm sorry, guys. Do you think that it's gonna have a competitive multiplayer at all? Do you think?
They actually said they're going to focus a lot more on the online this time around.
Ooh.
The online in Far Cry 3, I did play it a couple of times. It wasn't really.
I heard it was pretty bad. That's what I heard.
I mean, I wouldn't put it up there with Tomb Raider's multiplayer, but I mean, it was there, So I mean, I'm interested to see what they do with the multiplayer this time around, since they're going to focus on it more.
That's good to hear. That's definitely good to hear. I'm happy.
Yeah. So then Sony, they started to talk about indies. Sony, when it comes to indies, we all know that's when it comes from Sony. Indie games. And indie games are like, I don't know why, like some people just have absolutely no interest in indie titles. Like all they want to see is, I don't care about freaking Grim Fandango. all I care about is AAA freaking exclusives, But Sony, you should expect this by now. If you're watching any conference from Sony, expect indie titles will be there. So out of all the indie titles they showed, I'd have to say the one that I like the most and I'm going to get is No Man's Sky. That indie title really looks amazing.
Jeremy, did you hear what happened to them? How they got flooded and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yo, for them to still, like, seriously, and I said this in plenty of times in my videos, for those guys to still present and for them to still be gun-ho with the project and just fight through all the adversity and stuff, like, salute to them. The game looks phenomenal. The game looks different. I'm not really a spacey person. As spacey as I get is Halo. But No Man's Sky, I love what they're doing. I kudos to them. I love it.
Yeah. What was you guys' favorite indie title there? Or was it No Man's Sky?
Besides that, Hotline Miami too.
Yeah.
Oh, agreed. Mine was Hotline Miami and Loadout. My faves.
Yes, I have to go with Loadout. Not because I don't like Hotline Miami. Hotline Miami makes me nauseous, but that's a completely different topic. No, but besides No Man's Sky. To me, I just enjoyed the idea of that seamless experience of lifting off, flying out of the atmosphere, and then flying back. Like, that type of an experience, I'm like, how often have we been like, we're going to space? Loading screen.
Yeah.
Right.
And so the idea of having a seamless experience and everybody starts on their own planet, as long as they deliver on the promises they have with the game, I think it'll do great.
Right. I'm also interested in that title, Abzu. That looks interesting as well. So.
Yes. What is that? A deep marine diver? Yo, that looked beautiful.
Yeah.
Did anybody get a kind of that game company feel? You know, the people behind Flower and Journey.
Yeah, a bunch of the people that were working on those games are now working on this.
Okay.
The different studio.
Because I got that vibe from it. I love those games.
Yeah.
Like Journey. Yeah, it's still a beautiful game. So I'm definitely going to check out Absolute.
Yep, so we got some great indies coming. I think people should just accept that indie titles are here to stay. They're not.
Oh yeah.
And there's a Resogun DLC coming out.
Time
You
out.
heard that, Jeremy?
Time out. When is the release date for this?
I'll look it up.
Because,
Called
man,
Resogun Heroes.
you know what's funny? I know so many people that have a PlayStation 4 and they have yet to even download Resogun. I'm like, what are you doing?
If you're listening to this, I'm going to backhand you. Go download
What
it
are
now.
you doing? Like, Resogun is still one of the best games you can play on the PlayStation 4. I platinum that game, and I don't even go for platinum.
Yeah. I love the game, but I'm not that good to get the platinum in there.
Yeah. Oh, is this the link you just sent me to it?
Yep.
For the Resogun DLC.
There's survival mode.
But yeah.
What's survival mode about? Like, how do you do that?
Don't get hit.
Oh, damn. Oh, whoa.
That would be crazy. But yeah, man, we got a lot of great games coming from the indie section when it comes to PlayStation. So that's great. They started talk about the PlayStation Network and the statistics of it and how much people were playing games online. This was when it started to kind of get boring because people was like, I don't care about how many people are playing. Like, can we just see the games, please? But then they, talked about that Powers TV episode. It was like, I mean, listen, man. We don't really care. I mean, it's cool that if you have PlayStation Plus, then you can watch that entire thing for free.
Which I'll probably end up doing because
Yeah. I mean, if it's free, I might as well just watch it. But I mean, it's like, okay, cool, but whatever. And then PlayStation Now. I thought they would talk a little bit more about this than they did. But we did get a date for the open beta of PlayStation Now. I actually have it right now. But the open beta for PlayStation Now comes out on July 31st. So where are you guys right now with PlayStation Now? Like, because I see a lot of people, like, they're starting to, like, kind of lose interest in it and not, like, have as high expectations, as they once did. Where are you guys right now when it comes to PlayStation Now?
I would say this, before PlayStation Now was PlayStation Now, back when it was Gaikai, it ran very well on Gaikai, almost flawlessly. It was beautiful. And I was like, yo, when I first heard that PlayStation was acquiring Gaikai, I was hyped because I played it. And I was like, oh, that's dope. But now I'm hearing feedback. Me personally did not play myself, for the record, but I'm hearing feedback that people get delay. The colors look washed up. But then I hear some people that have great experiences. I don't know if it's internet connection. I don't know what it is. But
I think it's internet.
who
Because
knows?
from
It's
what
got to be their connection.
it is, because from what I've played so far, literally there's almost little to no lag. Like, I mean, it's not flawless.
Damn.
I don't think you should.
That's what's up.
I don't think you should expect it to be flawless. You're going to have a problem with it here and there, but I think PlayStation Now, like, it really has potential. You know, they said when it launches, it's going to have like over 100+ games, and stuff like that. So just with PlayStation Now, and then they also talked about PlayStation TV, which I completely forgot about. I was like, oh snap, I forgot about PlayStation TV. That comes out when you think about PlayStation Now combined with PlayStation TV, with the PlayStation Vita, PS4, and PS3. That's going to make for an interesting, a way to play your titles.
I mean, just going from that.
Is it?
Go ahead.
All right, brother. I'm sorry.
Oh, well, just really quick want to say, I mean, if you just think about the PlayStation brand at this point, you're going to have $100. You can play PlayStation games with PlayStation Now. $200 to $250, you got the Vita. $400, you have the PlayStation 4. PS3's in between there, and then if you go to the higher end, the Sony TVs will also be able to do it. Meaning just about any price range, you can go ahead and play most of the major PlayStation titles, regardless.
Right.
Yeah.
That is so cool. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I think people need to start paying more attention to that stuff than they do. Like PlayStation Now, it really has potential. It's not just that service itself. It's like everything else that is coming out with it that can actually use it. So
Yeah.
I'm excited for that.
Definitely.
Mortal Kombat X. 3 words.
Oh, Lord.
Mortal Kombat X, I have 3 words. Lord have mercy. Mortal Kombat X. First off, Abel, you know this, okay? Let's go back. I think it was in 2011, I think. SOCOM 4 came out.
Right.
And Mortal Kombat 9 came out the same day. Okay. I'm stupid. My stupid behind by SOCOM
I'm right there with you.
I bought SOCOM 4 and I skipped out on this game. And then, I don't know if you guys remember, this was when PlayStation Network went down. It went down the day after. PSN was down for like a month or something like that. So it was just So it was just a bad time for a PlayStation. But I skipped out on Mortal Kombat 9 for SOCOM 4. Just let that sink in for a second.
I think we all should have got Mortal Kombat. I think we were all foolish.
Yeah, so
I got it.
But yeah.
Oh, besides my man that got it.
Yeah. But Mortal Kombat X, from the gameplay we've seen, which I think looks amazing, what do you guys think about Mortal Kombat X so far?
Looks good.
I'm going to start off saying, we finally have a next-gen fighting game.
Dude,
Wow.
that's the
Okay.
thing. That's the first off. Not Injustice.
Yeah, thank you. Not in Injustice that was on the PS3, but we're bringing to PS4. No, an actual game that is built with the idea that it's going to be on the next-gen console to begin with.
Yeah.
It's, to me,
Oh, no.
NetherRealms has been, I mean, regardless of the balancing issues with Injustice, regardless with the balancing issues with Mortal Kombat, even the games are still great. They're quality fighting games. And as a person that owns every fighting game, it will be a day one purchase.
Mortal Kombat X is on last gen.
Yeah, it is. It's also on last gen. I was actually about to say that it's also coming to PS3 and 360. But I mean, I don't. It's like people ever since these next gen consoles came out, it's like they just want them to start making games only for next gen.
Here's what I'll say. Here's the way I'll put it. I don't necessarily want them just to stop, but I say make the game for the next gen console.
Yeah.
And then bring it and then lower down settings, lower down visuals, lower down those.
Yeah, I get
to
it.
reach the last gen. Don't make it for the last gen, then upscale textures and say,
Yeah.
it's a next gen game, guys. Like it's to me
Right.
at this point, part of the reason why games, I think, where everybody's looking for Well, none of these games see next gen because they're not being built with that in mind. Things like Wolfenstein were just upscaled versions of the PS3.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So until you start being like, we're gonna make these games, the best console to play these on is going to be these next generation consoles. I don't think. I'll just like look at the disparity between something like Call of Duty Ghost on the next gen console and I'm trying to think any shooting game that's just by itself, even Killzone, as boring as Killzone.
Lord have mercy.
It was next gen.
It was next gen, and it was far better visually and running-wise on the console than Call of Duty.
I get it. Yeah, definitely.
Even though it could put an Insomniac to sleep.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Just go ahead. I can get started on that.
Mortal Kombat though looked definitely off the chain. Like for real, they got pretty close to the CGI graphics. Like they did in respects to me. That's my thing. They're like, all right, I would say like what? They're like 85% there, almost on par with the CGI graphics, and everything looks good. I mean, other people are hating on it. Other people loved it. Me personally, I loved it. Am I a big fighter head? No, by no means. But my boy told me like you can get into Mortal Kombat games. I always bought Mortal Kombat games when I was younger, always, but I was never good at them. But this one looks sick, and they have like new characters. What?
And
Come on, man.
And they brought back the bone cracking, which looks great.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. That's the stuff I like. Cause when I'm just destroying someone online, I want to see your bones crack. Okay. So, is there a release date for that game? When does it come out?
I believe there was.
It's probably going to be next year, which sucks. But I mean, Mortal Kombat 9. We've been needing fighters on these next-gen consoles, and I think it's going to start with Mortal Kombat X. It's going to start with that Mortal Kombat X, though. But while you guys are looking up for that release date, let's talk about, this remastered? Wait. First off, Abel Green, you bastard. You didn't play the Last of Us yet. You better get...
All right.
Look at Charlie. He's like, what?
What is wrong? Look, trust me. Be glad. It's fine. Like, don't let people get to you. You're getting. He's gonna get a better version of the game than we got at launch.
Yeah,
thank you.
It just surprises me.
I mean,
no, it surprises me too. Even like I wake up every day like questioning myself, but
I can't believe it.
I was so happy when that. Like I was so ecstatic when that game got announced, along with GTA 5. That's another one I missed.
We're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that.
But The Last of Us, that's very close to my heart because even when I first seen it on PlayStation, I had a 360, and I was like, yo, I gotta play that. But by then, SOCOM 4 went down the hills, and I sold my PS4 because there was nothing else I wanted to play it for. And then I was like, oh my God. Then I seen The Last of Us, and I was like, holy crap, I missed it.
Wait, Abel, I'm just interested. Do you know anything about The Last of Us storyline?
No, I'm totally spoiler free.
Yes.
Wow, that is great.
Don't read the comments of this video.
That is great.
The only thing I know is Jeremy, seriously, watching you play multiplayer. You and BG.
That's it. But dude, keep it like that. I'm telling you right now, this game, man, I still remember my first time playing through this game, and like I just could not believe like how great. I mean, some people say that this game is getting like a little bit too much attention, and when it wasn't really like that great. But I mean, as far as storylines, The Last was one of the best storylines I've played in quite some time. The story for this game is amazing. The gameplay is amazing. It might have some flaws here and there, but overall, the gameplay is amazing, and the multiplayer is great. And you're going to experience this sucker at 1080p. Is it 60 frames? Is it 60 frames or 30 frames?
Oh, God. I think it's 60.
Hey, I'm
Don't
just
worry about
saying.
it, bro. In 5 frames, we trust. That's all you need. 5 frames per second.
So that Last of Us remaster comes out July 29th. Mark it down on your calendar, Abel. You
Yes, I
clueless
already know,
bastard.
brother. Seriously, I'm on it. Yo, but Jay, like, is the multiplayer really fun to play too? Also, like, does it go in? I never played it, so
You know
have to
what?
tell me.
Let me say
Is it really
this.
fun?
Let me say this. I know how you like your tactical online
Yes,
multiplayer,
yes.
right?
That you told me,
The Last of Us is definitely as far as the multiplayer goes, it's definitely one of those games you can't just go out guns blazing. Like you have to use teamwork. You got to play it slow. And you gotta actually use your team and try to, and you have to have map knowledge of getting around the map and stuff. So as far as the
Nice.
multiplayer goes, I think you're going to like it if you've never played it before.
Yeah, I see you play it, and I get hyped watching you, and I just never felt it before, so I'm just like, yo, this look kind of dope. Hopefully I like it, and like that's it then. So I guess I am gonna like it. So
I never felt stupider than watching this man play multiplayer because I traded in my copy of The Last of Us. Because I was like, I don't even play the multiplayer that much. Let me go ahead and trade it in and get this next game coming up. And the moment I actually went back and watched the multiplayer, I was like, why did you do that?
right when I watch Jeremy play it, I'm just like sitting there like, yo, I have to play this multiplayer.
It's really fun. It's really fun. And one thing, it has the crafting, which is from the story, and it actually works well. Like you can craft new weapons and stuff. You can give those weapons that you just crafted to your team and stuff. It's really really team based. So I think that's why you'll like it a lot. So
Nice. Can't wait.
Last was remastered July 29th. Hey, well, you better get it.
Left Behind.
I already paid it off. I already got it.
Yeah, the Left Behind DLC, Charlie.
Yeah, it comes with it.
Yeah, everything comes. Oh, Abel, you're getting everything. You're getting all the DLC from the new maps to the story DLC. You're getting grounded mode, okay, which is the hardest difficulty in the game. So, and please, Abel, do not play this game with listen mode as far as the story goes.
What? No. What's listen mode?
Listen mode is when you can see the people through walls and stuff like that. Don't do
Your guy
that.
basically has superhuman hearing that can
Yes.
tell him where people are positioned.
It helps.
So wait, where do you turn this?
Well, no.
Where do you turn this off at though? Like I need to know.
You can when you're playing the game, because you're probably gonna have to play on normal first. But go into the game and then you have to press the start button and go to options and turn off listen mode. When you do that, because the listen mode is the L2 button, and then you can see the infected and the people through walls and stuff like that. And it just kind of takes the experience out the game. Because one reason why I enjoyed The Last of Us story so much is because you never knew what was around the corner. And when you use listen mode, it just kills that experience. So do not play this game with listen mode. Please.
Yes, sir, Jeremy. Yes, sir.
I believe all the difficulties are unlocked from the beginning, though.
Yeah.
Question, my brother, have you beaten Grounded?
I have not beaten Grounded, but I have. But wait, Charlie.
I didn't beat it either.
I did not beat Grounded, but I did beat that Survivor down. I did beat that Survivor down.
Not Survivor.
I'm not like you, bro. I can't play the game 12 times.
Yeah. Bruh, no lie.
Stay eager to play it again.
Dude, I played through the story at least 8 times already.
Whoa.
That is how good this story is. You know how long it's been since I could say that for these titles that come out today?
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
The story.
The Last of Us has the best characterization, characters, and development in a game that we've seen in a long time. That makes the story more than anything. Seeing Joel, seeing Ellie, they're in that. Just by the end of the game, you're just feeling so many things. I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Oh man, y'all just brought me back to that Last of Us unboxing I did when I was so excited for this game. But Abel, you're definitely going to enjoy this game, so I'll leave it at that. They showed off a trailer for Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain. I'm not talking about Ground Zeroes, that freaking crumb of a game we got. I'm talking.
Hey, look.
What?
But it made you want the sandwich, didn't it?
You right.
Wow.
Well, no, because I was going to get the sandwich regardless. I just got the crumb because I was hungry. But not last was Metal Gear Solid 5 and Phantom Pain. It really looks great. What did you guys think of the trailer we seen at their conference at Sony's conference?
I thought it was crazy when Homeboy put the ashes upon his faces and stuff. Like I was like, whoa, what is he doing? And then he screamed out and he was dripped out in blood. I was like, what's happening here? So I definitely like where what is his name? Hiro Kojima, whatever his name is.
Hideo Kojima, you bastard.
Oh damn! Whoa, I'm sorry.
How dare you mispronounce the great Hideo Kojima?
Hey, look, talking about his greatness. He got $30. Just
40 actually.
Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. I would have bought that on last gen consoles if I bought the game. I used to pay the $10.
Download it for.
I mean, listen,
like 20. Again, 40. I give you credit, my brother. You reviewed it. You saved us all. You reviewed us longer than the game.
Yeah. Wow.
I mean, Ground Zeroes, yeah, sure. It was not worth 40, but I mean, there is more. I mean, the side missions to the other stuff you can do. I mean, if you try to actually unlock everything in the game, you will play it through more than just one time. But if you do just play the story and go through it, you can no lie beat just the mission, because there's only, I think, there's one main mission in this game, and that main mission, if you just go through straight through it, you can beat it in no lie, maybe 8 minutes. Like it's that.
One guy beat it in like 15 minutes.
Yeah,
the fastest speed run I think on record last time I checked was 6 minutes.
Yeah.
Straight from jumping into the credits, like that's basically 6. I'm like, how do you do that?
Yeah.
That's not a game. You literally released a trailer.
But when the Phantom Pain comes out, this game is going to be amazing. Like this game, I'm not sure if you guys played the Metal Gear Solid titles, like everyone?
No, I haven't. No, yet.
I've kind of dipped in each one of them.
Yeah.
The ones on the PSP, ones back on the PS2, and then I have 4. I still haven't beaten that.
Oh man,
I don't got
tripping.
2.5 years to sit there and watch cutscenes. I just don't.
Bruh, it is not that. No. I mean, the cutscenes do get lengthy, but if you know about Metal Gear Solid, you don't really complain about the cutscenes because the story is that good.
Yes, I give it credit. I mean, and in my defense, I'm just gonna say this right now. I got a PS3 at this point 3 years ago, and there were games coming up that I was picking up the new games.
Yeah.
And so it always was like, well, I'll go ahead and beat it, and it always just kind of get pushed back on the back burner. It's just one of those games that I'm saving for like a rainy day, where it's like, go ahead, sit down for a little bit, not looking to play multiplayer, just looking to play through a story, just play.
Yep. But when that game come out, that's going to be another. And it's just certain games, I just don't think they should be multi-platform, and I still just seeing Metal Gear Solid on, and I'm not a fanboy. I'm not like I like, even for Xbox, I don't like certain games that used to be multi-platform on Xbox coming to PlayStation. Like a lot of people forget Mass Effect used to only be on Xbox and stuff like that. But certain games, like with Metal Gear Solid, I just don't. I just don't like seeing it on any other platform aside from PlayStation. Because it's like it got huge on PlayStation. But anyways, that's just my rant. Metal Gear Solid 5 Phantom Pain, I can't wait for it. PC Elitists, you can crawl out your holes now. PC
Yo, do you get hurt when you do that line?
I do not. I've been doing it for years, bruh. It's just in there. I could take it out whenever I want. But Grand Theft Auto 5.
Oh my God!
To everybody that laughed at the people that didn't buy it for the Xbox and the PS3, we all knew it was coming. Everybody was like, it's coming. People were like, look, why don't you just buy it? Why don't you just buy it? launches by. I'm like, look, I can wait for greatness. And we're going to get the complete experience. One, I'm not going to wait half a year for heists.
Talk about. With Heights.
You might.
Man, it's crazy that Rockstar on last gen consoles made over $1 billion with this game in 3 days. When this game comes out on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, and especially that PC, because they've been thirsty for a while, this game is going to make even more money. And I think the reason why a lot of people are excited to buy this game again has nothing to do with the story. People are hoping that the online is way better this time around. And you still don't have the online heist, which was really the thing that we were excited for. If you remember before Grand Theft Auto 5 came out, when we had first seen the trailer for Grand Theft Auto Online, people was like, are you kidding me? This game is going to change online gaming. And it sucks to see how it turned out. But I think the reason why people are excited to buy this game again is really for the online aspect, to see if it's better, is to see if it performs better. But Grand Theft Auto 5 coming to PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC is definitely gonna get sales. Like I'm not really I'm not for buying remasters, but when it comes to stuff like The Last of Us or Grand Theft Auto 5 or that Halo collection, I'm sorry, I'm buying the remaster for Grand Theft Auto 5.
Listen. Nobody should feel that. Yo, listen. When you buy a crappy remaster, then check yourself. But if you're buying something that's classic, deemed as classic, you don't have to explain yourself. You don't like anybody that like, yo, Abel, I'm gonna rebuy Grand Theft Auto 5 for this current. I'm not gonna question you. That's a classic game. Now, if you told me you're gonna buy some BS, then I'll be like, I don't know about that. But these classic games, I don't care. You can do what you want.
Yeah, so Grand Theft Auto.
What all 3 Sly Cooper games 3 times now.
Right. I mean, they've been doing these HD collections or remasters, whatever, since last gen. They had a lot of HD collections last gen.
Oh, not people lie. I think 2012, I bought like 5 HD remaster collections just because there wasn't anything else really coming out.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I am I feel much better saying I'm gonna go ahead and buy Ratchet and Clank collection, Jak and Daxter collection, than games that aren't doing well. Like, I know I can spend $40 and play games that I know I'm gonna enjoy. So
yeah,
why not go ahead and do that?
And
Jak and
HD
Daxter's my favorite franchise.
Yeah. Jak and I was kind of mad they didn't show Jak 4, but we're going to get to a title that they did.
Now that's my question. That's my question though. Coming from Rockstar, who here was disappointed that it wasn't Red Dead Redemption 2?
I mean, that's the thing. Like, people were talking about, is Rockstar about to show Grand Theft Auto 5, or is it going to be a sequel to a game like Red Dead Redemption 2? I even heard, like, we want another Bully from Rockstar Games.
I understand.
Or Agent, which still has yet to come out. I'm sure they're still making that game. But, I mean, make no mistake about it, if Red Dead Redemption 2 was at E3 instead of Grand Theft Auto 5, people would still be excited. But because it's, I wasn't really disappointed, because honestly, Rockstar really wasn't my focus going into this year's E3. Like, I wasn't really thinking about, okay, what is Rockstar going to show off? So when Grand Theft Auto 5 was the news, it was great, but I wasn't really disappointed. But Grand Theft Auto 5 comes out fall 2014 to that PlayStation 4, to that Xbox One, and for you PC elitists, the Master Race bastards, it comes out for you too as well. Let's talk about arguably the best game shown at this year's E3, Batman Arkham Motherfreaking Knight. Lord have mercy. Bruce Wayne, Gotham's hero, the Dark Knight, the Batman. Batman Arkham Knight. That gameplay we seen at Sony's conference, That jump looks amazing. What do you guys think about Batman Arkham Knight so far? Because I really think it looks great.
Yeah.
I thought it was off the chain. Man, there was nothing you could say there's nothing you could say about that. Like, Batman, just put that together. Batman in an open world. Like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Jumping off the towers like that? Like, and it seemed like he was jumping forever, and it was like so amazing. And then shout out to the dude that was driving the car in the demo. He was doing his thing in that Batmobile.
That Batmobile part looks so raw. But not even that. It seems like this game is going to be like the most open world Batman game we've ever seen. Because if you've seen when he was like diving down to the streets, you actually seen like cars driving on like the road and stuff like that. I'm like, yo, how big is this game going to be? This game, Batman Arkham Knight, before, people weren't really too sure, like, can they make great games with superheroes? But ever since Batman, the Arkham series, Batman, dude, it kills me that Spider-Man is not on the same level as far as films or games like Batman is, but Batman Arkham Knight, I thought that stole the show until the next game I'm about to bring up.
Yeah, did you see the Scarecrow at the end, though?
Yes.
My heart just dropped. I was like, oh my gosh.
The Scarecrow. Yeah, I seen it. I mean, everything they showed in that gameplay, it just looked amazing. Everything.
Yeah.
But get into the last part of Sony's conference, what they ended off with. We all know. I mean, I ain't gonna beat around the bush here at all. Uncharted 4: Thief's End. You might as well pre-order your PlayStation 5.
Look, factual. I showed you this image. Factual. It's not Uncharted. It's Uncharting 4.
Shut your mouth. Because they always make karting games.
They have a pattern. Naughty Dog has a pattern.
Yeah, but that's
3 Jack games, racing game. 3 Crash Bandicoot games, racing game. 3 Uncharted games.
So you're saying Uncharted
at least 3 driving levels in Uncharted.
Gavin and Jason Rubin were still there probably.
So Uncharted 4: A Thief's End is really Nathan Drake just stealing cars and just driving around.
Look, I'm being real. Look, until you get to like the last hour of the game where you saw him in the jungle in that trailer, up until then it's gonna be like Pokemon Snap. Just driving through cars, just.
Yeah, right. Wow. But yeah, that trailer we seen. I mean, if you want to talk about graphics, let's talk about what we seen with this freaking game. Some people are saying that it was a trailer. Some people say it was a cutscene, whatever. But before the thing started, it said this is being directly recorded from a PlayStation 4. So the game is going to look that good.
Yeah, that's in-engine footage.
Which looks absolutely great. I mean, dude, Nathan Drake, it looks like the struggle is real for this dude right now. Like, he looks so much older, and it's like, man, just the dialogue with him and Sully in the background, he's like, let's do this one last time. All right, kid, one more time. And it just seems like, a lot of people, are saying, oh my God, this is going to be the last Uncharted. Why? Because Uncharted is a great series, but if this is indeed the last Uncharted, make no mistake about it, Naughty Dog is going all out on this title.
And that's the thing. Naughty Dog is one of the best developers when it comes to pulling the performance out of the PlayStation 4.
Factual evidence.
Their games look great, they run great, and they're great experiences.
Yep.
Again, I'll take y'all back to Uncharted 2. This is when Sony decided to start marketing their games as, grab your girlfriend, sit on the couch. It's like watching a movie while you play. It takes a special developer.
Wait, guys. I'm sorry. This is going to be a little shots fired here. The bastard known as Abel Green has yet to play any Uncharted. Shots fired.
I'm gonna even go out there on my own limb. Look, I own Uncharted 2 and 3, have not beaten either one.
Alright,
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna kick you from this podcast real quick. I'll be.
Hey, don't be mad.
No, but dude, I mean, Uncharted, man. As far as like when you think of PlayStation today and its exclusives, you automatically think Uncharted. It's one of PlayStation's most popular exclusives today. And with Uncharted 4, Thief's End, like I said, if it is indeed the last one, they're going all out. They're going all out. This game is going to be like an Uncharted you've never seen before. If you thought Uncharted,
right now.
what?
When is Uncharted 4 coming? It's coming out in 2015, right?
Yeah.
Sometime before then, we're gonna get an Uncharted collection where we're gonna get Uncharted 1, 2, and 3 with the ability to play.
You really think so though?
I really, because they're going to look for a way, even if I'll say they don't necessarily release it. Even if they don't release it, then they're going to be titles on PlayStation Now that are promoted heavily. The moment you start hearing about Uncharted 4, they're going to be like, look, you got to play through the story to know what's going on.
Right.
I agree.
That is true.
I agree.
Yeah.
Dude, it's definitely possible they're going to have Uncharted 1 through 3 remastered in HD, 1080p, 60 frames per second, and people are going to buy it.
I will.
So, I mean,
I will definitely.
That's definitely possible. I would not rule that out at all. But that was pretty much it for Sony Summers. I thought they had a great conference. Again, like I said, they kind of went in depth, and with them doing that, it did get boring during some parts. But overall, I thought they had a great conference as well. So
yeah, they did a solid job. Yeah, definitely.
yeah. Going to Nintendo's conference, Nintendo, the E3 digital event. First off, did you guys watch their event? And be honest.
Yes.
No, I didn't.
Abel, you
Yes,
did
I
it?
watched a lot.
Charlie, did you?
Yeah, I watched it live.
All right, so Nintendo. Here's the thing. People are saying like who won E3 or whatever. We're going to get to that later, but when it came to Nintendo, they said, okay, listen, we're going to show games. Not only are we going to show games, we're showing nothing but exclusive games. All they showed was there was not a multi-plat in sight when it came to the games that they were showing. Okay, if those games might not appeal to you, but what you can't take away from them is they show nothing but exclusives. Okay, and starting with Super Smash Brothers, which was a huge thing for them. Super Smash Brothers. For that Wii U. This game, I mean, I can't say I'm going to buy a Wii U for this because if I wasn't buying an Xbox One, I would probably buy a Wii U for this game. But with the invitational they did with it, and you just seen like the amount of viewers that game brought in. Super Smash Brothers for the Wii U comes out this holiday season. When that game comes out, make no mistake about it, the Wii U is about to get sales, okay?
I mean, yeah, it's the best marketing you can do. Like, look at Evo when it comes to Super Smash numbers. You bring the best Super Smash players in the world and like, look, the new Smash is coming this year. Y'all know y'all want it.
Yeah.
So go ahead, check out the tournament. And like you were saying, they were posting 140, 150,000 people watching that.
At one point, I joined Twitch like midway through their stream. At the point I joined, it was at 190,000 people just watching a tournament for Super Smash Brothers.
Mm-hmm.
And when you see the crowd that was watching that event, it was like, yo, what is this, a concert?
Wow, you still...
I'm dead, dude. If you watch that event and look at the crowd that's watching, you will be like, I cannot believe this. And it's all Super Smash Bros. And the people that support Nintendo. I mean, you can make all the jokes about Nintendo that you want, but Nintendo has a solid fan base behind them. There are people that are ride or diers for Nintendo. Okay, so Nintendo, they definitely have a gem with Super Smash Brothers.
And honestly speaking, while it's dropping, I just want to say this real quick. People need to remember, worldwide, Nintendo is still pretty much the face of gaming.
Yeah.
Like, now Call of Duty seems recently to be trying to be like, Call of Duty, we are a game. No, but Nintendo, Mario. When people talk about gaming, even the people that don't know what you're talking about, I can go ask my parents who are in their 60s, and they will automatically connect Mario, Nintendo with gaming before they connect anything else.
Yeah. I mean, so Super Smash Bros. Nintendo, they're definitely got a gem with that one. They showed off a new Yoshi game.
Well, I'm getting that $100 bundle adapter.
Oh yeah, but man, so they showed off the new Yoshi game. What do you guys think about that? For me personally, I mean, again, these games might not appeal to everyone, but for people that their primary console is the Wii U, they will buy this game.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Yoshi, Woolly World or Wally World, whatever.
I'm sorry, that name gets me.
I mean, yeah. I
It's
mean,
Wally World. We're watching Christmas or Family Vacation.
Charlie, I asked you because you watched this live. For anybody that didn't see how they presented this, it was like a mixing of gameplay and these developers talking about why they love yarn.
exactly. I was watching this thing being like, okay.
Yeah.
And while I mean the game looks like a fun experience.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like the type of game you sit down, have a buddy since it is 2-player co-op, and just have fun.
Yeah. I mean,
And so I won't take anything away. It's my opinion not a must buy, but people that own a Wii U, I would definitely pick it up. Like,
yeah. So
it's another Yoshi's game since Yoshi's Story. And how long has that been?
yeah. So
On console, it's been since N64.
yeah. So that game is going to sell too. From this, I said this in my review for Nintendo's event. That Captain Toad, though.
3D World.
That Captain Toad Treasure Tracker, though. I'm sorry. That game looks incredibly fun. That game. If I had a Wii U, I'd buy Captain Toad.
I give Nintendo credit. They're trying not to put Mario in everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They reach in.
Yeah.
I'm glad to see Toad get his own game.
Yeah.
My brother been standing around in the background just for decades.
I know, right? He's like, yo, when am I going to get my shine?
Like, it's the wrong castle.
Yeah. So Captain Toad comes out this holiday season alongside with Super Smash Brothers. That's going to be good. We finally got our wish. People have been asking for a new Zelda game. We now know a Zelda game is in the making for that Wii U. They didn't really show too much. They just really showed like the landscape of how this new Zelda game is going to be like. But a new Zelda game is coming to the Wii U next year. That's also going to make the Wii U like more people are going to be like, oh my God, a new Zelda game is coming out for the Wii U. I have to get a Wii U. So.
With the new Zelda game, what I'm reminded of that rumor that came out before E3, where they were saying the next Zelda game was going to try and compete with Skyrim in terms of size and.
I don't know about all that. But
if this open world is as big as Skyrim's, then that's the type of thing that would make them seriously be like, I might need to pick up a Wii U. If you really can make a game.
Right.
A Zelda game along those lines. Because, I mean, going back to the great Zelda games, they've always been good. They've always been great, and the world is part of that.
Yeah.
So if you can make a world as big as Skyrim just of Zelda stuff.
But do you think they can do that?
Yeah.
I think they can. Oh, yeah.
Skyrim ran on Xbox. It's still better hardware.
Yeah.
Nintendo can do it.
I feel that Nintendo would not risk messing this up.
Yeah.
Because they're running out of franchises because they don't want to jump into their older ones.
Yeah.
And so if they mess this up, then they're gonna have to bring back Samus.
Yeah.
Let's hope they don't pull another Other M.
Apparently, they have 2 Metroid games in development right now, though.
Yeah. Because people were asking for one of those games, and we didn't see it at their event, so I want to rule that out. Another Metroid title coming to that Wii U. Bayonetta 2. That looks great. What did you guys think about it? And it also comes with the first Bayonetta. So Bayonetta 2 is exclusive to that Wii U. That's another title that when it comes out for the Wii, people are going to be like, yo, I feel like playing this game. I have to get a Wii U to play it. That comes out in October. So that's a great title for Nintendo. And all I'm mentioning right now is exclusives. I'm not mentioning anything that's multi-platform. Hyrule Warriors. That looks great. People are, excited for that title. That comes out in September 26th, the exact date. A new Kirby game, Kirby and the Rainbow Curse, comes out
And it's a
2015.
clay game.
Huh?
And it's like, looks like it's like claymation.
Yeah.
I was gonna make that request. Can we get a Kirby game where Kirby is like flesh? Like, we've already gotten yarn, we've gotten clay. Next they're gonna be doing like titanium Kirby.
Yeah.
Like we haven't. I don't have a problem with it because generally the games are crafted pretty well and they're true to the Kirby formula. But again,
Yeah.
we're gonna get. It's just like Microsoft with Conquer. You're kind of teasing us.
Yeah.
We want the sandwich. Stop just trying to give us crumbs.
Yeah. Xenoblade Chronicles X got a trailer for that, looking good, coming out in 2015. That's also exclusive to the Wii U. People, when that game comes out, that's definitely going to be a game that people will buy day one. That's another exclusive to the Wii U. Then the Mario Maker 2015 that comes out.
Yeah, that I seen. Yeah, that sounded cool. I was like,
yeah, that's definitely going to be you can create your own custom Mario like levels and then like share it with people and play your own. Like it's going to be like you'll never play the same level like the exact same level the exact same level over and over and over and over again. It's always going to be new stages to play. That's great. Like stuff like that. Like that's gonna just make like they're getting tired of Mario. But when that game comes out, like people are going to like play that game. That's going to be a system seller if you have a Wii U or if you're thinking about buying a Wii U. So that looks great. Mario Maker comes out in 2015. Splatoon.
I don't know why this game got me hyped. Like,
dude, I'm not doing it. I'm almost right
fun.
there.
It looks fun.
I'm almost right there. It looks like it has an interesting concept. So you don't see a lot of shooters like this. I mean, can I say that this game is a shooter? I don't know if I can. I mean, but they replaced the gun with a paintball, and like you use the paint, whatever color your paint is. You can like dive into the paint with like a squid and like move around. But if you see the gameplay, it's like, yo, this is different. This is unique. I've never seen nothing like this. Like people are going to be interested in playing something different. People are always asking for, something different, when it comes to shooters. And this is definitely one of those different type of shooters.
Yeah.
So
I was watching the game, I was just thinking, I was like, it looks fun, and even though people are trying to play Nintendo off, it does look like it has a decent amount of depth to it. Where you play, how you use the paint that you have, the swimming move, the fact that you can jump to teammates.
Yeah.
And it does look like there's a decent amount of strategy, and if you get a good team and coordinate, it can be a really fun game.
Yeah. So Splatoon, that comes out in 2015. That's another exclusive for the Wii U.
I saw a lot of people complaining about that game.
What, Splatoon?
Yeah. It's giving it hate.
I don't know, man. We're gonna have to see more for it, but
it's a colorful game that's obviously made for 2-year-olds.
Apparently.
Yeah. Then towards the end, we didn't really see actual footage, but if you kind of like paid attention to what was going on that screen, a new Star Fox was teased.
Yep.
For that Wii U. Okay, now people have been asking for a Star Fox for a while, and finally a Star Fox is coming to the Wii U. That is another title that you can only get on the Wii U. Like, so all those games. What?
No. I wanted to say I take my hat off to Nintendo when it comes to quality of making games. I mean, they're right up there. I don't care what PlayStation says. I don't care what Xbox says. Like Nintendo, like seriously, their quality of titles is just amazes me. It blows me away. Like with their exclusives and stuff, what they do, the attention to detail, the fun factor, everything. It's just I don't know, man. Nintendo, like if they deliver on all fronts with these exclusives and everything, like yo, seriously, I'll definitely buy one. No question. I'll definitely buy one.
Is that factual? Abel, is that?
Yeah, I'm dead serious.
Uh,
I'm dead serious. Like dead serious. For that Totem game and freaking Super Smash. Hell, please.
yeah.
I'm in.
Yeah. So Nintendo, they had a great conference. I think all three had a great conference. But the difference with Nintendo is they showed everything that you can only get with Nintendo. I think that's the big key. So yeah. So those were all the
There ain't nothing wrong with that. Yeah.
I know, right? So those are all the conferences for E3. I was going to make a vid about this, but let's just talk about it in this podcast to end up this one. Who won E3? Okay, we talked about Sony, we talked about Microsoft, we talked about Nintendo. When you look at everyone's conference and you break it down, who won E3?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say right now, out to start it off. When I look at Microsoft, they had a good conference. When I look at Sony, they had a good conference. When I look at Nintendo, they had a great conference. I'm going to say that Nintendo, when you look at them, they had the best conference as far as what you can only get with Nintendo. So I'm gonna say that in a way, even though a lot of those games might not appeal to you, you gotta look at what games they showed off that's exclusive. And when it comes down to it, they showed everything but exclusives. So I'm gonna say from that standpoint alone that I think Nintendo won E3, but they're again like a lot of those games might not appeal to you, so you might not think that they had a great conference. But if you look at it, they really kind of took E3. Then I think after Nintendo, I would put this is the tough one. Isn't it tough?
Oh, don't think about it, Jeremy.
I mean,
Go Sony. Don't do that.
I mean, yeah. I was leaning more towards Sony because they showed more than Microsoft. Yes, Microsoft, they redeemed themselves, but it was easy to do that after the
they did their thing.
After the atrocity of last year's E3. I mean, they could do no worse. So they had a good conference. They focused more on games, but I still think Sony kind of, outbeat them because they went more in depth. They showed more things. They showed freaking Uncharted. I mean, they showed Uncharted. So, they got Uncharted. They got The Order. They got what else they showed off? That's exclusive. Bloodborne. Abzu, No Man's Sky. I mean, they just showed off more than Microsoft. Yes, Microsoft's conference was great, and yes, after that conference, I'm buying an Xbox One really for that collection. But I put Sony over Microsoft, so I think it goes Nintendo, Sony, Microsoft. You guys go. Chris, who won E3?
All right. So, I guess let me think. First, I guess I have to give first, and the way I went about doing this, Microsoft, which I'm giving first to, their conference changed my opinion about both their console, their plans for 2014 into 2015, more than anybody else. They showed me enough to where I'd say, I'd thought about an Xbox One, but I'd never had that reason to buy it.
Yeah.
With what they showed quality games enough to the point where I could say, it's a good purchase. It's a purchase that I know won't just be wasted money, that will sit here for 6 months and not used.
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay, with that, I came out of enjoying Microsoft's conference, just feeling like this is the start of a great E3, just from that one conference.
Yeah.
Second place, for me at least.
Wait. So you're saying that Microsoft is the first for you?
Yes.
Okay.
Microsoft, because going into the thing, I was like, unless Microsoft comes out guns blazing, they have the best opportunity to come out on top, but they have to come out guns blazing because everybody's expecting them not to show anything.
Yeah.
And for the entirety of the conference, once Microsoft started, I was paying attention to what they had on screen. A few things got me disinterested, but I still paid very close attention and enjoyed, I'd say 95% of what I saw in that conference.
Yeah. And with Microsoft, the only reason why I put Sony ahead of them is really the biggest thing. I mean, let's be honest. The biggest thing they had at that conference was the Halo collection.
Yeah,
And
I can understand that.
I mean, I've played all the Halos before. You can't really say they won E3 just because of that collection and Sunset Overdrive. I mean, it's like really when you break it down with new games, Microsoft really only had Sunset Overdrive, I guess Project Spark, Scalebound, Crackdown,
A few indie titles.
a few a few indies. But when you look at like really like what people were talking about from their conference is the Halo collection, and that's why I put Sony over them.
I feel the biggest thing was the Halo collection, but they generated enough buzz, I feel, with things like Crackdown, with things, trying to think, Ori and the Dark Forest. A lot of their games generated talk, but I think it was, as we were kind of talking about earlier, when you announce the Halo when they announced the Halo collection, it overshadowed anything else they were going to say.
Exactly. It was like the talk of the town.
I think it was still a very strong conference, but just a lot of it was overshadowed. Now, I was saying Nintendo was second, because again, Nintendo, you did what you had to do.
Oh, yeah.
Again, I'm not a big Nintendo dude. Nothing against people that are.
Mm-hmm.
My brother's getting the Wii U. I'm going to steal it from him. But for me, just looking at the games, I was like, Nintendo, you did exactly what you came out to say and said you were going to do. Nintendo and Microsoft showed games, strictly games. And
yeah. Your sound is out.
Nintendo.
There it goes.
What?
There it goes. No, you're good.
All right. So Nintendo, like with The Legend of Zelda, Captain Toad, Bayonetta 2, Xenoblade, Hyrule Warriors, they kept bringing games, even at Star Fox. Like, Star Fox, by the end of it, even if you just teased us with it, it's good to know it's coming.
Yeah.
And I had to give Nintendo that credit. That Nintendo had it probably might be the most entertaining conference out of anybody, because there's a lot of things like, I didn't think about that, or I didn't really, they brought that to the conference? Okay.
And it's not just the event, it's that tournament. Really, that tournament for that invitational for Smash Brothers, that was almost bigger than the event they had itself. Like, people were like really into that like tournament for Super Smash Brothers going on. So when you look at everything that Nintendo brought to the table, it was great. It was great, and it's like this is going to help. It's definitely going to kind of make you think about buying a Wii U if you wasn't really thinking about it at the time. So Nintendo had a great conference. So I'm guessing for you the last one is Sony, of course.
Yes, and I want to clarify this. Okay, Sony only went down, and when I made my video talking about E3, my predictions, I came out and said Sony has the hardest time out of anybody here. Because nobody was expecting a huge amount from Microsoft or Nintendo. But everybody was like, Sony, we own your console. You have to show us games. Show us that we made the right choice.
Yeah.
And they did a great job of showing that. Of showing that we have games, we're bringing games, that the drought is going to end. The rain is coming. But at the same time, for me personally, Sony, their conference, and it might have just been the time of night that they had it at, and the manner they went about stuff, it dragged to the point where at a certain point, up until we started getting to After Powers, I was fairly disinterested. Mortal Kombat X caught my attention, but they spent a decent amount of time where I was like, do I really want to finish watching this conference? Because I know Uncharted's coming.
Yeah.
I know, I knew it was coming, but at the same time, it just was like, why spend the time spending 10, 20 minutes talking about a TV show that you've already said everybody's going to get to watch?
Yeah.
Spend more time to release either another trailer for another game that everyone knows you're working on.
Yeah.
Or just kind of tighten it up. Because, again, your conference is finishing up at 10:30, 11 o'clock at night after people have come home from work.
Yeah.
That's the only reason. Again, none of them did badly.
Yeah,
I mean, this is the best E3 that I've seen probably
right.
in years.
Like, it's not really who's best and who's the worst. I think all of them, Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo, they all had great conferences. Every single one. I'm just choosing, as far as which one brought more to the table, which one showed more stuff that you can only get on their platform. Nintendo takes it, and then
going strictly from, if you look at each platform, who I think will have the most stuff to play, and then by the time next E3 rolls around, I'm going to say Nintendo from what they showed. Because they kept bringing out things just to show. And I'm saying exclusive. Not the idea of, I can get this here, get this here. No. Purely Nintendo. So I can give Nintendo that top spot.
Yeah.
It's just, for me personally, I'd say Microsoft.
Yeah. So for you, it's Microsoft, Nintendo, and Sony, right?
Yes.
For me,
but it's like that 0.1 second difference. Like everybody crossed the finish line.
I get it. For me, it's Nintendo, Sony, Microsoft. Charlie Charles, what you got, my brother? 2-1-3.
Nintendo, Microsoft, Sony.
Okay. Well, so you're the same as Chris. Nintendo, Microsoft, and Sony. I mean, why did you put Nintendo in first?
Mostly Smash Brothers.
That Smash Brothers, dude. That is the juggernaut when it comes to Nintendo. It's Smash Brothers.
Yeah.
So yeah, Nintendo, Microsoft, Sony. We gonna end it off with you, Abel. Who won E3 and why? In what order?
All right, here's my order. It's Sony, Nintendo, Microsoft. That's my order.
Why are you putting Sony at number one? I would have to hear this.
Okay, I'm putting Sony at number one because due to the simple fact that I personally like the exclusive that they were offering, and as I've seen as the presentation myself, I actually enjoyed the presentation. I didn't get to see it live at the time, so when they went into talking about Marvel powers and all this stuff, I was able to skip forward a little bit. So it kind of took the pain. It kind of took the pain out of the presentation. But once I seen the theme of what they were doing with the letters and everything, that was very creative to me. That shows that they put spirit into things, and the presenters and everybody were very, very enthusiastic.
Yeah.
So I was definitely liking that. And seeing the exclusives that they were delivering, I mean, if they now take the same scheme and now shift this to last year when we were in last generation, Sony would have been praised like retardedly. They would have been like, oh my god. But now that Sony has the advantage more or less, everybody just is like, exactly. So it's like, oh, that's to be expected. But you can't shoo that because but the games that they said, that's a huge deal. Even though everybody expected, don't numb yourself to the point that it's like, oh, it's expected. Like, no, these are big titles, and Sony does deliver. Now, I personally just think Sony just did a great job with the pacing. Not even the pacing. I'm sorry, excuse me. They had some boring stuff here and there, but the announcement with PlayStation TV, all that, the little gadgets and stuff to make the overall Sony experience good. I think they did a fair job, and they just, to me, just edge out Nintendo. Nintendo, Nintendo and Sony really could have tied for first for me. But Nintendo, even though I didn't see that conference, like Jeremy said, it comes down to exclusives. Super Smash Brothers, undeniable seller. The Toda, the introduction of a new superhero other than Mario. I mean, Nintendo's pushing for innovation in some weird facet, way, shape, or form. If people hate it or love it, Nintendo's pushing the envelope. And Microsoft, they get the last place due to the simple fact that they're going back to Master Chief. Come on, and then Sunset Overdrive. I don't care what anybody says. It's not going to be a system seller. It's going to be a niche. It's going to be a niche audience. It might sell some consoles to some gamers, but it's going to be a niche audience. And if you took away Master Chief, if you honestly took away Master Chief, there's nothing. There was nothing. There really wasn't. I mean, even with Crackdown. Crackdown, are you kidding me? I mean, it should be called Cracked Up, if anything, because the game's not that. It's not that good. It's not that good, simply. But
I mean,
but overall, everybody did the thing though. They did, but Microsoft did have a solid conference. They did say games, and I'm shocked that they didn't announce price drop. Are you kidding me? They didn't.
Yeah.
I'm just like, was kind of puzzled too. I was kind of puzzled, but everybody did it.
I mean, I think, like, again, this isn't really about really like whose E3 was the worst. I think all three of them had great conferences. Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo. I think Microsoft, they took E3 with redeeming themselves and getting people interested back in back in your console. I think Sony took E3 with we have the people that bought the PlayStation 4s. The PS4 is selling really really good right now, and at the same time they took E3 with saying here's what we have to offer in the future and stuff like that, and here's why you should stay on PlayStation. I think Sony took E3 from that standpoint. I think Nintendo took E3 from the exclusive standpoint. Here's why you should play on the Wii U, and here are all these titles that you can only play on a Nintendo platform. So it's not really like whose E3 was worse. Everyone did good.
Yeah. Jeremy, you killed it. You said it. You said it right there. You said it. You summed it all up right there. Simply, you killed it. That was excellent.
I mean, just basically what you just said is right there. It's the winner of this E3 for the first time in a long while is gamers. We keep E3 on top.
Yes.
Yeah.
No matter what platform you own, no matter what you want to play on, you have something to look forward to.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. Gamers took E3 2014. Me honestly, I just like you said, Chris, I think this was one of the best E3 in years. This E3, it really lived up to my expectations. Yes, we didn't see some titles that you might have wanted to see, but when you look at what everyone had to bring to the table, we had great titles, and now we have the thirst is about to be quenched to
heavily.
starting in September going forward into next year. There are so many great games coming out. So I just thought this E3 was amazing. So
it really was. And respectively for each and every console. I don't want anybody to think I'm picking one side or another. I really could care less.
Yeah.
But each one of them did a solid job, and kudos to everybody. Seriously, each one of them, they did their thing. And again, Jeremy summed it all up. Each business was in a different state of mind than the other one, because one's playing catch up, the other one has to prove to this one, and the other one, you know what I mean? So they're all in different predicaments, and they all showed it. So they all came in mission complete. They did a great job.
Yes.
Right. So yeah, guys, this is E3 2014, the aftermath. Okay. I hope you guys enjoyed this podcast. I had a great time in this podcast. E3 2014 is over, and it was a good one. Charlie, you want to say something to end off this podcast, my brother? Nothing at all. Follow him on Twitter at CNSavage.
Yep.
So.
Spelled ridiculously like my last name is.
Chris, you got something to say to end off this podcast, my brother?
I mean, I'm looking forward to the rest of this year, 2015 in gaming, and for a little bit of shameless promotion, go ahead and check me out over on youtube.com/nationawkward. That's my gaming channel. Definitely go ahead and check me out over there. Follow me on Twitter.
All right.
Abel at 12Prodigy. So.
Yeah. Abel, what you got to say, my brother?
Guys, it's been great hanging out with you. You already know. Just search me up on YouTube, Abel Green, ABEL Green. And catch you next time.
You guys know me. I'm your fellow black man, the gamer 2323, aka the biggest Last of Us fan out there, aka I'm buying an Xbox One for that Halo collection, sucker. AKA this podcast is now over. Hope you guys enjoyed it. E3 2014, the aftermath. We'll see you guys later.